Now, I love tech, and that's no secret, but the one thing that has been so much fun over the past several years is the way that health and beauty has entered the tech industry. Now, I want to share with you my top health and beauty tech items. Now, some of these may be no surprise to you since I've talked about some of them at some point on this channel, but I have been using a few new things recently, and I am hyped to share them with you. It's a new year, so a new year means a new me and some new hair. At the start of this year, I got this new hair dryer, so at the time that you're watching this, I've already been using it for about a month, and it has been so much fun. I partnered with Life to showcase the Life Swift Special. It's pretty awesome because this has some magnetic attachments, which makes it super easy to swap out depending upon the type of hairstyle that you're going for. Also, the quality of this thing has by far exceeded my expectations. I've used hair dryers that are almost 3 times the cost of this, and this one is almost identical, if not, maybe even a little bit better. I have really thin hair, so I'm always worried about heat damage, so I love that this has the customizable heat settings to ensure that my hair is damage-free every time I dry it. Now, I saw their booth at CES this year, and they had so much awesome stuff, and I've been absolutely loving this hair dryer. It goes way beyond what you think of when you think of a normal hair dryer. It has some really great tech inside that helps avoid any hair damage. It's got a dedicated button to activate a temperature cycling mode that automatically changes the air temperature to protect your hair and scalp from heat damage. And it has a patented LED light ring that will shine either blue, orange, or red depending upon the heat level. So you can see the air temperature at a glance. Not only that, but this thing will dry your hair more than 5 times faster than a normal hair dryer. And all of this tech is built inside a design that is way smaller and lighter than traditional hair dryers. I can't believe I actually enjoy drying my hair now. It's also super quiet, and I've even been traveling with it. There's nothing that I hate worse than getting to a hotel and having to use a hotel hair dryer. So now that has been alleviated, I just pack this and I'm ready to go. Now, next up, the Oura Ring is something that I have been wearing for the past 2 years straight. Now, it's most commonly known as a sleep tracker, but with all of the advancements and the software updates recently, it feels like so much more. While tracking your sleep, it also tracks your blood oxygen levels, your heart rate, activity, temperature, and stress. For anyone with a period, I love how accurate it is when it's giving me an update on when I can expect the monthly visitor. You can see here inside the app the temperature trends and how it fluctuates depending upon your cycle. I also love that it's been helping me keep accountable for fitness goals. I also like when you've had a bad night of sleep, it offers some suggestions for things that you could do to improve the next night. It's just so awesome, and I just do not go to bed without it. Speaking of not going to bed without something, 8 Sleep. This has been an absolute sleep game changer. This is the 8 Sleep pod cover, and it also has built-in sleep tracking tech if you aren't a fan of wearables and you strictly just want to track your sleep, then this is the bed for you. But the reason that I love it so much is it will let you change the temperature of the bed to whatever temperature suits your sleeping needs. Each side is customizable, so you and your partner won't have to fight about being too hot or too cold. You can see in the app that it gives you all of the sleep details that you'd want, like a sleep fitness score, the quality and routine of your sleep, and the amount of time that you slept. You can easily adjust the temperature before bed, and with autopilot, it will make these simple little auto adjustments throughout the night to keep you at the perfect temperature. Now, if you set an alarm for the morning, your side of the bed will vibrate and it'll get warm to gently wake you from your slumber. I actually almost hate traveling because it makes me miss my bed so much. Next up, TheraBody has so many great gadgets that I honestly could put every single item from their website on my list, but what I've been using most recently is this Thera face mask. It's an FDA cleared LED skincare mask with vibration therapy. You only have to use it for 9 minutes and it'll cycle through 3 different types of lights. It also has little massagers built into the head strap and on the front of the face for enhanced relaxation. This is mostly used to reduce fine lines and wrinkles and also reduce acne. I've started to add this into my daily routine, and I've been actually packing it in my suitcase when I travel. It does look a little bit like a hockey mask, but I'm into it. Next up, this is the Withings blood pressure monitor. Now, I've actually had this one for a pretty long time, so there might even be a newer one, but I absolutely love it. It's super easy to use, it syncs to the app, and you can quickly get a reading for your blood pressure at any points. It'll give you a readout on the cuff itself, but it'll also save to the app, so you'll have records of all of your past recordings. It's so small that you can pack it with you when you travel, so you can take a blood pressure reading, whenever the time strikes. I do think this is a good thing that you should know because, for instance, I kind of have a blood pressure that's on the lower side, so when I was in the hospital for my blood clot, my blood pressure was a little bit high, but the doctors thought it was normal. But me and my sister were both like, that's actually on the higher end for her, and they were able to diagnose some other things that were going on. So it really is good to just know your baseline normal. Even if you don't get this, go into like a pharmacy or something and just use one of those little blood pressure cuffs and at least just no. Just no to no. Also by Withings, I always pronounce their name wrong. They have got such a great selection of smart scales as well. Now I have one of their older ones and I was just actually checking out their website and they have some really nice new ones. They can do even more in-depth body assessments like ECG, body fat percentage, and even what your vascular age is. I definitely feel like I need to do an upgrade because some of these new ones, they're super high tech. So this next thing is a big piece of fitness equipment. It's the Peloton Tread, and I love this thing so much. I have unfortunately had to cut back on running recently because I've been trying to focus on other goals, and running has been so hard on my knees and it leaves me with like barely any energy to do anything else. What I love though is I can choose different types of tread activities that I want to do. So if I want to do like just a simple 20-minute run or a boot camp and a run class combo, I can do all of those right here on the screen instead of just using the tread for all running. Of course, I do also love the Peloton bike, but I feel like everyone knows about that at this point. And some people don't even realize that Peloton makes a treadmill and they even have a rower. Not the biggest fan of rowing, but if I do, I feel like Peloton rowing would be something that I definitely would want to try out. Also, a huge shout out to Matt Wilpers, who was my pandemic virtual best friend who took me from never ever running to having running become one of my favorite activities, which is sad because I definitely do miss it, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna quit, I'm just not gonna do it as much. Now, last but not least, I mean, this actually probably should have been the first thing on my list, my Apple Watch. Now, I use this to track all of my fitness activities from running to weight training to whatever else is that I've been doing. I mean, even if it's just a simple walk outside, you better believe I'm tracking it. I also love using my Apple Watch in conjunction with Apple Fitness Plus. It is just, it's so great. No matter what fitness level you are, there is a class somewhere in there for you. I love taking maybe like a quick yoga class in the morning or before bed. And when I'm traveling, this is also so great to just do some quick workouts in the hotel room, and you can choose ones with no equipment, so it makes it super convenient. The interface and all of the coaches are just amazing, so I absolutely love it. I'm actually wearing the smaller Apple Watch now. I've been kind of wearing this on a day-to-day basis, but I do switch it up wearing my Apple Watch Ultra 2, and of course, the Apple Watch Ultra for scuba diving is by far just, it literally has changed my life. I know I've talked about it, but I love this thing so much. Well, thank you guys for watching. I would love to hear from you though. What are some health or fitness or beauty tech things that you guys are using? Please leave them in the comments below or tweet it, X it to me. You know what I mean. I'd love to see what you guys are using, and if it's something cool, maybe I will order it and check it out here and review it on the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.